This is a federal uniform. Um, so I'm driving down 65 North, traveling to Huntsville. And I see Blount County. I know where they sit every day. I see the officer with the radar gun. My front two windows are down. Each morning to work, I listen to my inspirational music on Pandora because it's a dangerous road. I travel 1,000 miles a week. So my windows are down. I'm just in my spiritual mood. I see him with the gun, radar gun. I knew that I was going to get stopped. Wasn't speeding, wasn't doing anything. I knew I was going to get stopped because I'm used to being stopped because of my vehicle and because I'm black. Now, this is someone that's been in law enforcement for 15 years. So I go ahead and get over in the center lane because I know I'm going to be the one that I see him come out. I know I'm going to be the one that stopped. See him get behind me. He turns on his lights. And I make a phone call. Get my girlfriend on FaceTime so she can see this and hear. He comes up to my window and he sees my uniform, but I will say, I asked him immediately, and you all have the right to know why you are being stopped. Because when I was trained back in 2005 as an officer, deputy, a law enforcement officer, approach your window, they are supposed to give their name. I am officer such and such. I am deputy such and such. And the reason that I stopped you today. Well, he come up to my window real aggressive like, and I asked him, I said, why did you pull me over? I have that right to know. Because I know that I wasn't speeding. I know that I wasn't swerving. I wasn't doing anything. And I know that he was running radar. So if you're running radar and you're stopping me, you're insinuating that I was speeding. But anyway. So he tells me, well, you were following too close. And I said, following too close. And you had your phone. You were on your phone. I said, I wasn't on my phone. I was listening to my gospel music. So then he says, oh, hey, yeah, she works for customs. And then he turns on his mic. He said, oh, yeah, because I can feel a complaint coming. So now me working for customs had nothing to do with the stop. That was just him being intimidated by my position. Okay. It was him being intimidated, young white officer. So then he's kind of mild at me and me being who I am. And those of you that know who I am and how I am, you're not going to disrespect me. Period. I told him, either you're going to write me a ticket or you're not. And he told me, sure I am. The other officer comes to the window. Do you have a driver's license? Well, what kind of question is that? I mean, I am sitting here in a federal uniform. You would think that I assume that I have a license, right? I hand him my license. And then he says, well, I need a registration. Now, for those that do not know, when you register your tag, you have to have insurance, right, in this state. And it is leaked because the system's a lot better when I was a deputy at Jefferson County, okay? They can see your insurance. Well, I said, sir, y'all can pull that up, right? No, not out of state. Well, my tag is Alabama. Okay. I'm looking for my registration as I show him my proof of insurance first on my phone. And then he asks for registration now, y'all. He's taking me down through there now. He's every little thing he can do. Let me see your registration. Now, you know you can run the tag, y'all, and see that my tag is valid and it is current. But anyway, he wants to see my registration. So I dig through my glove box. I'm trying to find it, and he's he's steadily, the other officer is steadily kind of turning at me. You think you above the law? I said, excuse me? How do you think I'm above the law? How do you think that I'm above the law? Because I didn't ask for a break. Hell, if anything, I said, give me a damn ticket. I didn't ask for a break. So I filed my registration. He looks at that, but all along, he's trying to provoke me. Okay. And I told him, I said, sir, I will not argue with you. I'm not going to go back and forth with you. I'm not going to argue with you. So I say, I'm trying to simply give you what you asked for. That's what I'm trying to do. So then he tells me that, you know, you just something about me having an attitude. I said, let me ask you a question. Do you know me? I said, because if you don't know me, you don't even know me well enough to even know if I do have an attitude. How are you going to meet somebody right away and know in that moment if they have attitude or if they're sad or if they're anything about, you don't even know them. You don't know me to know whether or not I have an attitude. So y'all, he come back to the window with these 2 tickets. Okay? Texting and driving. Now, I could pull my phone record up. I wasn't on the phone. I wasn't texting. I was listening to Pandora, John P. Key station, to be exact. Texting and driving and following too close. Now, let me tell y'all something. Let me educate y'all. Every law enforcement officer in this country know if I write you a ticket for following too close, I'm just giving you a ticket. Okay? Because according to the law, it's every 10 miles per hour, there should be 20 feet. So if you're going 70, what's that? 70 feet. Now, how many people got 70 feet in between each car? So technically, we all follow too close, right? So we know if you get that ticket or you're giving that ticket, that's that cop being a butthole. So I get the tickets, and he tells me, my name is such and such and such. If you want to complain, and the city hall is here. And I said, okay. I wrote his name. As I'm writing his name down, he tells me it's on the ticket. And then let me go back, y'all. He said, well, I know you enforce federal law, but state law. I said, I stopped. I'm saying, I enforced state law for 9 years as a deputy sheriff. So he's looking at me and thinking this black female and taunts me that's got a federal job with customs. Whoop-de-doo. This is how he acts now, okay? But he didn't know my background. He don't know that I've been doing this for 15 years. I know the law, state, local, and federal. I know that. So I get my tickets. I'm upset. I'm so mad, y'all, that I'm crying because I'm angry. I'm angry for a lot of reasons. I'm angry because as a black female, I have had so many bad run-ins with the police, even as a police. So when I hear black males talk about experiences, when I hear those, I don't discredit them. I know that there are facts. I know what they're saying is the truth. To be honest with you all, the way that this traffic stop happened and was conducted today, had I been in civilian clothes, and it would have went differently. I do believe that in my mind and my heart that things would have went a lot differently had I been in civilian clothes. And that's why we have these shootings. Because what happens is when you question the police and they don't like that, they get angry. They get upset. So when they get upset and they get angry, they forget about everything that they were trained on. They forget about everything that you're supposed to do. They forget about the fact that when you put this uniform on, you're actually held to a higher standard than the next person. You're actually supposed to have a thicker skin than the next person.